What's up, planeswalkers? How you doing? Welcome to the final stop in Duskmourn. I hope you enjoy what we have saved for last. The final new Duskmourn commander for now will be the Jolly Balloon Man. This jolly fellow is a 3-mana, 1 and Boros, legendary creature, human clown with haste. His ability reads, pay 1 and tap, create a token that's a copy of another target creature you control, except it's a 1/1 red balloon creature in addition to its other colors and types, and it has flying and haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Activate only as a sorcery. The plan of this deck is as simple as it is radical. This deck will combo off or die trying. If we can't make our opponents see 99 red balloons, then we'll make them see 99 of something. Life is a suggestion, pacing is a suggestion. We make balloons and pop them annoyingly into our enemies' eardrums until they perish. Before I start going over the list, I want to invite you to my Halloween giveaway, where I'll be giving 4 decks away. Subscribe to hear more news on that later. First up is the Card Draw and Tutor package. We need to filter through the deck aggressively to set up a 2-card combo to win. There's Spirited Companion, Solemn Simulacrum, and Fable of the Mirror Breaker once flipped as targetable creatures that draw cards. Skull Clamp, Caretaker's Talent, and Mentor of the Meek as repeatable sources of card draw that use our 1/1 tokens to great effect. Imperial Recruiter, Recruiter of the Guard, and Gamble to find our 2-card combos. Enduring Innocence, Tokasia's Welcome and Welcoming Vampire as slower, repeatable card draw, and good old reliable Faithless Looting to round out the selection. Now we need to set up some mana. The Jolly Balloon Man doesn't work for free. Starting with Arcane Signet, Ornithopter of Paradise, Ironmere and Goldmere for the Village Bellringer loops, and early mana production. Then there's Ashnod's Altar, Phyrexian Altar, and Mana Echoes for other combos and massive temporary mana sources. We also use Atsushi the Blazing Sky, Cursed Mirror, and Smothering Tithe as one-offs to either pump out treasures, copy an answer from an opponent, or as pure taxation. With enough cards and mana, the next step is to clear the way. Our opponents might have caught on to our plans and set up some nasty creatures and permanents to stop our inevitable combo. Split Up, Final Showdown, and Blasphemous Act work as different flavors of board wipes to set up a combo turn. Stroke of Midnight and Chaos Warp are answers to any one problem card on board. Swords to Plowshares and Path to Exile can snipe opposing creatures and commanders that slow or stop the Balloon Mageddon. It's not enough to just clear a path. Some active protection is needed to make the dream happen. Teferi's Protection, Grand Abolisher, and Clever Concealment as ways to firmly tell opponents no. Dawn's Truce, Rootborn Defenses, and Flawless Maneuver as sources of mass indestructible. And Reprieve, Sun Titan, and Savine's Reclamation as various ways to pick a card out of the stack or graveyard to set up the loop again. One last step before we can pop this hilariously massive balloon. There has to be a way to kill our opponents with pure damage. And that is where the ping and damage cards come in. Impact Trimmers, Perforos, God of the Forge, and War Leader's Call are some enchantments that will set up a nice ping. Witty Roast Master, Agate Instigator, and Molten Gatekeeper are creatures that will do the same thing. Overlord of the Boiler Bilges and Goblin Bombardment are 2 key cards that work the best with our commander to spread massive damage. Before listing the combos, I must talk about the worst case scenario. All combos lost to Exile or Theft, command attacks too high, and other assorted problems leave us with what I like to call Plan Z. Marvin, Murderous Mimic, acts as a second Jolly Balloon Man if the first is trapped or turned off. Anointed Procession, Ohertak, Deepest Foundation, and Mondrak, Glory Dominus, allow a pivot from one shot, one kill to Army of Tokens. And Agros Kos, Eternal Soldier, allows Jolly to create a surprise army for the low cost of 2 extra mana and a board full of creatures. Enough appetizers, here's the combo platter. First off is the Jolly Balloon Man himself with Village Bellringer. As long as you have a mana dog, this creates a field of hasty and flying balloon bellringers to beat the table to death. But that's not all. We're fielding Kiki-Jiki Mirror Breaker and his Oops All Combo squad of Zealous Conscripts, Felidar Guardian, Restoration Angel, and Combat Celebrant. All of these work roughly the same way. Tap Kiki-Jiki to make a copy of the second creature. The second creature triggers or becomes activated. Repeat until victory. There is also Karmic Guide and Revelark, with Goblin Bombardment to recycle the 2 back and forth, pinging for 1 each time. And there's even good old Dual-Caster Mage and Twin Flame. The world is truly your latex balloon oyster with this pile of cardboard. Feel free to use other combos in this snarl, I'm positive that I must have missed some. For the lands, ways to give haste or to pump the team are appreciated, but the most important thing is to come in untapped as much as possible. Feel free to run basics to save money, especially as the land base is a whopping $403 this time. If you grab any non-basic first, Castle Imbereth is a great place to start to double your army's power for cheap. Thanks for making it this far in the video. I hope you enjoyed my take on the fastest 2-card combos under the spooky Duskmourn sun. Let me know how I did and what your favorite instant win card combination is in the comments below. Subscribe to get updated when the next deck list drops and to hear about any giveaways or events. And I'll see you guys in the next video.